with his visit, could you set the scene for us? Let it kind of what's going
Yeah,
on around him.
well, it's an historic event. There's never, in the entire history of the United States, been an occasion when the Pope came to our country and spoke directly to Congress. And
Hmm.
obviously, he's speaking from a very historic podium. That's the
Oh
place where
yes.
presidents routinely address us in State of the Union messages or at crisis points if you were to have a declaration of war, similar to what Franklin Roosevelt did. It's also a place where foreign heads of states come and talk to Congress. So there's been some really historic and notable occasions, but nothing like this. So it's awfully exciting. Congress is very much a buzz about this. Probably getting a seat to the gallery. Where every congressman has one. Is the hottest ticket in town right now because you really are seeing something that has never happened before. And
Hmm.
obviously, while it may well, and we would hope does happen again, there can only be one first time. So it's a pretty electric moment.
I completely agree with that. It's really something that we've never seen before. Like you said, he's really only the second head of a religious sect to talk to Congress. I believe the first was Elizabeth II from Great Britain because she's the head of the Anglican Church, I believe.
Well, that's
Uh,
correct. And the defender of the faith is part of her title, but we still think of her obviously more as a secular leader, although she
mhm.
certainly has that role. And but this is pretty extraordinary. And this particular pope has obviously captured the imagination, not just of the Catholic Church, but of Christendom and frankly the world. He's been a
Mhm.
really dramatic figure. That I think people are genuinely moved by as
Yeah.
an individual, and they're interested in what he has to say.
Are you moved by him? What are your overall impressions of the Pope?
Yeah, I am. I'm a good Methodist and proud of my faith, and
Mhm.
so Protestant. But I think everybody, I would hope, has a profound respect for the papacy and the Catholic Church. This is the oldest institution on the planet. It's
Oh
been
yeah.
in continuous operation,
Mhm.
and and this particular pontiff is somebody who has shown not only a flair for the publicity aspect of this, but a genuinely moving person. I mean, I think he embodies a lot of the traits that we associate with Christianity. He's a person that lives in a more humble lifestyle than he could otherwise live. He's not moved into the grand quarters that preceding popes occupy. He's somebody who spent his life ministering to people in the slums in
Mhm.
Argentina. He's somebody that's willing to be outspoken, whether you agree with him or not on particular issues, but he does it in a way that you never forget the human qualities that he brings to the job and the genuine compassion and caring that he shows for all people. So, again, whether you're Catholic or not, I think most people have been impressed by the manner in which he's handled the awesome responsibilities associated with papacy.
I completely agree. I also grew up Methodist. But he's also someone that's very much captured my imagination, captured my heart, and kind of the things that he's said and done. But with the things that he has said and done, what do you expect to hear from him tomorrow?
Well, I don't know. It's hard to anticipate what's really an unprecedented event, and I wouldn't presume to second guess what he's going to say. I would suspect if you looked at the speech in a political context, which frankly I don't think is particularly helpful, he'll say some things to please and offend members of both parties. But there is a consistent Catholic point of view
Hmm.
on a whole variety of issues that deal with human justice and compassion and again many of the best traits that we associate with Christianity. So I think he will touch people at a human level, even when they may disagree with particular points of view. For instance, I certainly don't agree with his position on the Iranian nuclear deal,
Hmm.
but I don't doubt his sincerity in arguing that, and I'm interested in listening to what he has to say and how that fits into a broader worldview. Because I think the worldview that he offers is very attractive one, and one that transcends the normal differences between countries and between religions, and literally spans the globe. So I'm looking for the parts of his message message, I think, that are unifying, and I have no doubt they'll be there.
And he's going to, I completely agree that he's also going to bring these unifying messages. But he, like we said earlier, he's made some pretty assertive declarations, pretty controversial as well. Do you think he's going to dial back a bit when he talks to Congress, or you think he's going to be out in the open?
He does impress me. And again, I can't tell you that I'm a practiced observer of the papacy, but he doesn't impress me as somebody that dials back. I think one of his most attractive features is that he tends to be direct and clear, but he speaks with humility and a soft voice. It's not strident, but it's like the call of Christianity itself, which can be, again, not strident, but insistent, and over time, always persuasive. So, Abraham Lincoln used to like to use the phrase of talking to the better angels of our nature, something like that, in one of his more famous addresses. I think the Pope is here to appeal to the better angels of our nature, and I'm sure he'll succeed in doing that.
I don't doubt it one bit. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today, Congressman Cole, and enjoy your visit with the Pope.
Well, I doubt I'll visit with him directly, but I'll at least get to be in the same room and hear him. So that's quite an honor for me, and I appreciate it.